Okay, I am back and I think I've got it figured out. The screen looked strange. So, um, let's see if it comes up now and it's straight or it's in the right direction. I don't know why it does that. It drives me insane. Um, it looks like we are in the right. Okay, I am back, and I think I got it figured out. It looked. Okay, we are in the right direction. There we go. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Again, I'm Teppy Schwartzel, and I am with AridDesertDesigns.com. That is the name of my company. And I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And one of the most fantastic things that happens in June is Stampin' Up! Comes out with a brand new catalog. And now I can show it to everyone. There's so much neat stuff in here. I do have some of it, and I'm going to show some of that to you today. If you do not have a catalog, please post a note in the comments below, and I will send you a private message so that or you can send me a private message and give me your address, your name, and I will get a catalog out to you ASAP. It's free from me, and I would love to have you either on my team or as a discount shopper. That would be fantastic. If you decide that you're going to order from me today, and after I'm done doing this video, I will have everything with links, and it will also be put up on YouTube, and it will also be on my blog. If you decide to buy something from me today or anytime, please use this host code if you're going to purchase anything that's under $150. You will get some goodies from me. If your purchase is $150 or more, then do not use this host code because Stampin' Up! Will give you your own rewards. This will be posted. It's posted on my blog. It's on the right hand side. It's always there. It changes every month, the beginning of the month. And if you have a problem with it, let me know and we'll get it sorted out. Okay, so today I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I've started I'm in a new group called Reaching for Silver Elite, and it looks like my internet is down. I hope it's okay on the telephone because on my oh, it's back. Okay, not a good morning. I'm in with my upline, and I'm in training to try to get further on in my career with Stampin' Up. Again, like I said, kind of flying by the seat of my pants this morning, so bear with me. I hope you like the card. I did not do this. I kind of put it together, but I haven't actually assembled it yet. Okay, what you're going to be using is, we're going to be using Whisper White. And again, the directions, the dimensions, everything will be posted after the video. All right, this is Whisper White cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. All right. And we'll put that off to the side. We are also using terracotta tile, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the DSP, the Designer Series paper, is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Now, the name of this paper collection is called the Ornate Garden Specialty Design Series. I've used this quite a bit. I really like the colors. I'm not a big green fan, but boy, I sure love the papers in this grouping. I'll just give you a quick. It's two-sided paper, and it's got some I'm having so much fun with this particular set. Now, I am not using the rest of the suite. I'm only using the paper. This is the other side of the paper, but I'm going to be using, this is the other side, but I'm going to be using this. And this is Old Olive, I believe, is the color. Okay, the other things that we're going to be using today is, this is new in the catalog, is Celebrate Sunflowers and Tasteful Touches. Now, with the Celebrate Sunflowers, you've got this, congratulations on reaching a new level of wonderful, let's celebrate you, thanks a bunch, know that you are loved. And I'm using this large sunflower, I'm using these leaves, and I'm going to be using thanks a bunch. I always need thank you cards. And out of the Tasteful Touches, this is another bundle. I will be using, let me get this out, this particular die for the sentiment, okay? Now, oh, and and out of the Celebrate Sunflowers, this, like I said, this is a bundle. It's part of a suite, but then it's got the dies. The dies are for the large sunflower, which I used, and then there are some leaf dies. And I also used, where did I get that from? Oh, that's also, okay. I also used this particular die out of the sunflower set. So, all right. Okay, so let's get going here. And I'm also going to be using, I think I'm going to be using the Ornate Garden Ribbon Combo Pack. I just think Stampin' Up! Does such a fantastic job of coordinating things. All right, first of all, we're going to take our Whisper White, and we are going to fold it where I put a score line, and we're going to get our bone folder. And I always like to look to see which side is a better side. Sometimes you might have gotten a little mark on it, or, you know, bent it a little bit. You're always going to come up with that. One of the things I want to just warn you about, see this is the Stampin' Up! Label. Here's a brand new one. As you can see, this has been used a lot. Make sure you don't put that down on your paper because that comes off. So I don't know where it goes. It must be on my fingers, but I know a lot of people use the pointy end. I tend to use this end because it's easier on my arthritic hands. In fact, I've injured myself and I don't know what I did with my wrist band. Okay, so now we've got our Whisper White folded. Now, we're not going to do anything with this. What we're going to do is we are going to take this Designer Series paper and we are going to glue it with our Tombow glue. And attach this to this is the terracotta tile. And I like to put my paper in this direction, and then I look at the three sides to make sure that they're all about the same distance apart, and then that will pretty much get you on target for it being the same on the other end. Now, this glue, what I like about it is I can move the paper for a few seconds, and then it's pretty much there. Okay, easy peasy. Yes, I'm going to make a couple cards. Sorry for my sniffles. It's allergy season and I am in full bloom. Okay, now what I've done, the inks that I've used are, well, I haven't decided on the Calypso Coral yet. I've used Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, and Crumb Cake. what I did is I stamped the sunflower with the crumb cake. I liked it because it gave it a little bit softer look. And then what I'm going to do is color it in with the Stampin' Blends. And what I used was, and the other thing you need to do when you're using the Stampin' Blends is to use a piece of scratch paper underneath it so that, because it will go through. This is the back side. Okay, what I used is Light Poppy Parade. Now, one of the things I want you to understand is there are two tips. There's a hard tip and a brush tip. The harder tip, it's a chisel tip. The ink seems to comes out a little lighter with that chisel tip. And I know this is going to look kind of ugly right now because this is a really bright color. I don't have all the Stampin' Blends, but I'm going to tone this down. And all I'm doing is, because the center of the sunflower is kind of an orangey, reddish, brownish color. So, like I said, I used the crumb cake because I didn't want it to be a stark black, the outlining. Okay, so, and this is not about being perfect. I'm just trying to color it in here just to show you what I did to tone this Light Poppy Parade color down. Okay. Now what I did is I came in with the crumb cake Stampin' Blend. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Light Soft Suede. And I went over that Poppy Parade. And it really tones it down, but it gives it, it gives it some depth because you're getting different colors in there. So, and again, these Stampin' Blends, they're alcohol-based and they are like magic. They make you an artist, believe me. Now, as I said, the Stampin' Blend, it seems as though the chisel tip is a little bit lighter than the brush tip. So what I did, I'm only going to show you part of this and then I'll show you the finished product, is I went in with the chisel tip. Like I said, that seems to come out a little lighter than the brush tip. And you see all these lines in here? What that's doing, that's actually showing you where you should put the shading. So what I did is I went in and I did the light color first. Then I came back now, and these come in a combo pack now. They used to be sold separately, but now you're going to get a light and a dark. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in with the brush tip, and do you see these lines? That's where your shading's going to go, and I'm just going to go over those. Wherever those dark lines are, because what that's just going to do is it's going to give you some definition. And you might have to go over them a couple of times. And I just whip this out quickly. Okay, and you can see the definition. You can see the depth down in here. This is where you really want to be much darker. Okay, so you don't have to have every color. Just remember, these are very versatile. I could even, use another color, and you don't have to be the exact same color of the actual flower. So this is the finished product. One of the other things I want you to understand is when you get these complicated dies, and when I say complicated, it's got all these lines, and you're like, I'll never be able to line that up. Okay, one tip: look at your rubber stamp. Okay, this has a very distinct kind of top and bottom to it. You see how these petals go way out where the others are pretty much all the same size? Okay, that's very distinctive, and that will also show up on your die. See how, and I've marked it so that I don't have to be going like this, for half an hour trying to find out where I should put the die cut on. Now remember, this is going to be, the rubber stamp will be like this. I mean, it'll be rubber stamped on paper because this will be turned over. All right. So what you're going to do, see here, let's get rid of that. See this flower, this petal comes out. All right. It's very distinctive. And I found that on the die. So what you do is you just mark it with a permanent marker and then just line it up. And it, like you said, now you don't have to be chasing around the entire stamped image to try and line up this complicated die. So I hope that helps you. Just a little quick tip. Okay. All right. So like I said, this is kind of off the cuff today. Okay, here we are. Now, I also rubber stamped with Mossy Meadow and Old Olive, the two different leaves. I'm losing it today. Again, I used Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. They're actually pretty close when you look at the die cuts. They're pretty close in color. This I did in Old Olive, and the little ones I did in Mossy Meadow. The Old Olive's a little darker, but it's, unless you're right here, it's kind of hard to see. One of the things I'd like to tell you is that if you are watching this live, please make a comment and I will put everyone's name in a drawing and I will send you out a gift. It's a surprise gift. Okay, this is the frame that I'm going to be using, and this is part of the Tasteful Touches bundle. And this is out of Whisper White, and that's what it looks like. Okay, oops, that's backwards. All right. Again, this is out of the Tasteful Touches bundle. As you can see, I use that. That'll be another video. All right, so I have already cut the labels out so that you didn't have to watch me do that. I also used the die from the sunflower, Celebrate Sunflowers. There's two, one's with one stem and the other, this one is with two stems. So that's out of that bundle. Okay, so now we're going to try and start to assemble this. Now, I've got a question for you. Should I use the Calypso Coral or should I use the Old Olive for the sentiment? Because the sentiment that I'm using is Thanks a Bunch, and that's also in the Celebrate Sunflowers. What do you think? I'm thinking the Calypso Coral. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, put these aside. All right. Don't have to look at that anymore. And yes, I'm completely disorganized today. So what we're going to do is an easier way to open up these stamp pads. This is Calypso Coral. Is, see, there's an end here. See where there's a little notch there? This is the back side. Take both of your thumbs and press the back side where the hinge is, and that will snap it open, and then you can easily open that up. Okay, so now we are going to stamp up our Thanks a Bunch. First, I'm going to do it on the back of the label because I want to make sure that I get this on here straight. Sorry if my head is in there. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Because when we put these labels on, they don't always go on straight. And that's me, not anybody else. Has nothing to do with anyone else, just me. All right, so let's get that. I try to get my label as straight as possible. That's just me. Okay. All right. Hopefully it's straight. Okay, good. Good going, Teppy. Okay, and since this is a thank you card, I'm probably not going to stamp anything on the inside. I'm going to handwrite a note. I usually, if it's a thank you card, I usually leave them blank. And I'm just using my chamois to get the ink off. And this chamois is absolutely awesome. It looks disgusting, but all you do is you put water on it and you wipe your ink off. Now these inks are, I think these are alcohol. Oh no, they're water-based dye inks. Okay. And so the ink comes off of this really very nicely. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to take my card base, and I'm going to go ahead and attach these two panels to the card base, because this is a pretty simple card. But I want to get that on there. If it had a lot more going on, I probably wouldn't put this on the Whisper White card. Alright, so now we're going to put this on the card. And again, I try to line it up, make sure that the framework is about the same on all sides. It needs to go a little bit to the left. And there you go. So if you get these two corners lined up pretty much the same, you shouldn't have any problem with the rest of the card. Okay, so this is going to be up. We're going to go this way. All right, and the card will open like that. All right, so I'm going to put my glue away. And we're going to take, I'm going to use both ribbons. Just going to take a piece of the, and I'll have the dimensions on the site. I'm going to take a piece of that and a piece of the, I think this is Mossy Meadow. It doesn't say. Okay. But it looks like Mossy Meadow to me. Or Old Olive. It's one of the two. And we'll just take that off. And I'm going to use two pieces of ribbon. And it's just going to be a simple, let's cut these off. I just want to put an angle on the two pieces of ribbon. All right. And we're just going to do a simple over. Not tying a bow today. I tied a bunch of bows yesterday for my swap cards. Okay, so we're just going to cut this off. Let's see how much. Yeah. Told you I was doing this flying by the seat of my pants today. Okay, so these are approximately 8 inches long. Okay, a little spot there on my card. Don't know what that is. And I'm going to attach the ribbons to the back of the sentiment. however they end up. And probably what I'm going to do is take some snail adhesive, and I think I want that over here. Okay, so we're just going to put the snail. I don't use this that much. Okay, and so we want it to go like that. Okay, we're just gonna try and fuss with this a little bit. I'm trying to get it, and probably what I should do is take a mini glue dot and tape that. Like that. And I don't want them to be even, so. All right, so now they'll stay, and then I'll just attach them to each other. Okay, so see what I did is I just put the mini glue dot on the ribbon, and these mini glue dots hold really well on the fabric ribbon. And then I'm just going to put them, I'm going to seat it a little off and put a glue dot on the one ribbon and angle it just a little bit, and then look at it. And I'm going to put it on an angle, because remember I put tape there. Now I'm going to take my my dimensionals and put them on the back of this, on the back of the sentiment. This is a big label, so I would put them at both ends. You might want to put one in the middle, but you also, oops, that's a little close to the edge there. The take your pick tool is awesome. Come on, don't make me start over again. Okay, we're getting it off. All right, we're gonna throw that one away. And we're gonna get another one. Go much closer to the center. Okay. And one here. Okay, and I'm trying to keep it away from these edges, because remember I've got these leaves I want to put on there too, and I'm just going to put one where the ribbon is. All right, and I'm going to put the leaves in last. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put that. It's kind of centered on the card. Don't forget the big old sunflower. Ooh, that's kind of big, isn't it? I think we're gonna have to pull this up. Yep, she's on by the seat of her pants again. Okay, so let's see how we can, okay, there we go. All right. So we're not going to put, I'm not going to put dimensionals on it. I'm going to put a little glue at the base. Right down here. Underneath this dimensional. Make sure you're not hanging over too far. Okay. And then I'm probably going to put some dimensionals up underneath the top here. And we'll take the backing off. That'll just lift this up off the back a little bit. And I'll put one more on there. Okay, there we go. So there's some dimension there. Now what we're going to do, now we don't have to put these on if you don't want to. I mean, this almost looks pretty good just the way it is. I'm not sure I want to put anything else on here. What do you think, huh? Oh, maybe one there, or maybe the sprig there. What do you think about that? I think maybe just the sprig there. All right, and we're just going to put glue on the very base of it. And you don't need a lot. Because it's going to be shoved in there pretty far. And I'm be careful not to get it on your card. And I'm just going to shove it down in there. Ah, perfect. I'm not even going to use these. I like it just like that. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's go ahead and stamp the inside too. Let's put some of the leaves in it. I want to put those leaves in there. All right, since we didn't use those. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to take our crumb cake and we're going to stamp it off. Okay. Yes, it's a mess. It's a hot mess here. I really like that. Maybe I should do by the seat of my pants more often. Okay, crumb cake. Open sesame. And now that I've got ink on my hands. Okay, stamping off is putting your ink on your stamp, stamping it off on a scrap piece of paper, and then coming back in, and I'm going to do it right in the center. This is going to be much lighter because it's a second stamping. And then that will be like a watermark. See how light that is? Isn't that pretty? And then you can write all over that. You're not going to be distracted by that because it's not too dark. Okay, just one more thing that we're going to put on here, and that is we are going to put on some of the gilded gems. Okay. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy with this card. Let's see. Should we put one of those in the middle of the sunflower? What do you think, huh? Yeah. Awesome. Should we just leave it like that? Nah. I need some more. I need some more bling. Okay, we're just going to put two over here. Whoops. One there, and we'll put a little one there. What do you think? Oh, I love it. Whoops, dog hair. Look at that. There you go. Okay, what I want you to know is this will be put up on YouTube. On YouTube, it will have the directions. It will have the links to all the products that I used here today. Now, I won't be able to get to this until Saturday. I have another job, and unfortunately, unless I can get to this tomorrow, but all the links will be there. One of the things that I would really appreciate is on my YouTube channel or on Facebook, please make a comment. And if you make a comment before Sunday on either Facebook or the YouTube channel, and if you like it, you will be put into a drawing for a free gift from me. I look forward to seeing you again next week, same time, same place, 11 o'clock, I'm sorry, 10 o'clock Pacific time. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and please be safe out there. Love you guys and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.